This is a pretty good value sleeping bag. They were able to pack several features into it at a good price point, but it's not perfect. So let's go through some of the initial impressions that I've had when I've been playing with this. Hi, I'm David. I like to go backpacking. This is a pretty wide sleeping bag. So if we go over here, it looks like 32 inches wide. If I tug on that, it's actually a little bit wider, 33. So it is a very wide sleeping bag in the middle. And for length, if we hold this all the way up the very top of the hood and run down to the foot, then we've got about 88 inches all the way to the foot. This sleeping bag is the Hyke and Byke brand, 800 fill power. This is the 0 degree Fahrenheit model, and it's the long version. I bought the long version because it's extra wide. So if we hold it at about where the draft collar is and just go down to the seam, we have about 68 inches. Now this was longer than I needed, but I wanted the extra width, and I really appreciate that this is a generous cut. It doesn't come down super narrow at the feet. There's plenty of room in the foot box to move around. I have plenty of space in my feet. You can see my feet can spread out. They're not bunched up like this. Plenty of room to move around. You can see maybe 6 inches of loft. I'm 5'9", 240 pounds. So I have pretty broad shoulders and a gut. That's why I like the wide version. There are some ultralight sleeping bags that maybe are the 58-inch circumference around the shoulder. I can't even zip those up around me. So I wanted the wider version. Now this thing has a lot of good going for it. Now it's pretty lofty as you see it. And when I first pulled this out of the bag, it was compressed. But I just tossed it around for a little bit and I hung it up overnight and the loft came back. There were no bad smells. I heard some people mentioning that. It has 2 loops to help you hang it on the foot box. The foot box is really well insulated down here, and it's a closed box foot box. The zipper comes down 3/4 of the length, and the zipper has a nice draft collar. They've added some extra grosgrain on the sides of the zipper to help you prevent the snagging. And that works for the most part. I have snagged it a little bit, and there's an insulated draft collar on the inside. So it really is hitting all of these key points that I was looking for in a winter bag. So I do like it for that. However, it's not perfect. Okay, this is a brand new sleeping bag. It's the Hyke and Byke 0 degree long, and I did the long simply because I needed it wide. So let's get that out. It arrived super fast, and let's hang this up and see how much it weighs. 59.0 ounces in the package with all the packaging material. So now let's take this out of the packaging material. So 57 ounces even without the plastic packaging or the silica. This is the compression stuff sack by itself. It still has the tags on it. The tags weigh about 1/2 ounce, and this is about 3.5 ounces. Why is that not focusing? So 3.5 ounces, which means about 3 ounces for the bag by itself, which is too bad. That's because of these heavy straps and buckles. And this is 53.5 ounces by itself with nothing else. For reference, this is just your standard ridge rest, and you can just see how much wider this is, which is a really good thing. It's a nice wide sleeping bag. I bought this bag from Amazon for about $200. Now this particular sleeping bag has different stuffing on the top versus the back. The back is a lot thinner, very noticeable. When I hold this up to the light, I can see the light shining through the back side. When I hold up the front to the light, I can't see any light shining through it. So there's definitely a lot more down in here. So right there you can see the difference. This is the back side of the sleeping bag and the front side of the sleeping bag. So this is definitely 0 degrees. It feels great, but the back side is probably 30 or 40 degrees. So if you turn like I do and wind up sleeping on your side, then your back is completely exposed and cold compared to your front. But I'm disappointed that there's less insulation on the back side. Now, personally, I own some sleeping quilts. So if I want no insulation on the back side, I'll just take my sleeping quilt. What I was going for was something that I could roll around in and keep the hood cinched up over my head as I rolled from side to side and still have full coverage. But I don't in this case. The sleeping bag would turn with me. So if you're going to use this, you have to either sleep totally on your back side, or you have to turn inside the bag, and that means you can't use the hood cinched up really tight around you. I'm gonna climb in and show you just how much room there is. So this right here is with my feet all the way to the back side. And I'm 5'9". And you can see just how much extra space there is at the top. But I did that because of the width. Now, I really wish that they would offer a wide version in a regular length. Just leave some space at the foot. So if I zip that up and then I rotate on my side, which is how I like to sleep, now my back is exposed to a lot colder temperature. So the back side is insulated very little in comparison to the top. The top, I have no trouble believing that it's a 0 degree, probably keep me really comfortable down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. But the back side is insulated more like a 30 or 40 degree sleeping bag. So I would wind up getting cold sleeping on my side in this mummy bag. Now again, unless you don't care about using the hood cinched up around your head, but in that case, why wouldn't I just take my quilt? I was looking for a mummy bag so that I could cinch the hood around my head. So this doesn't exactly tick the boxes for me of what I was looking for, but it might be for you. Now it really is a good value bag, but for me personally, it's not what I was looking for. So the way that I personally sleep on my side, it's not gonna work for me. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.